Whoa, this is awkward. Hey everybody, hey. I don't know if you can tell, but behind me is the sea. It's dark. I think it's about 20 to 4 in the morning at the moment. I don't know. I like coming to the beach at night. I find it really good for clearing out the head, and also, you know, well, it's summertime, so it's still kind of warm and there's nobody here, so it's really very nice. No chance of sunburn. I've been coming here a lot lately. I'm in New Zealand. I'm in Wellington. Pretty much the entire time I've been here, I have just fallen off the earth basically, and there's people asking if I'm pregnant or dead. I'm not dead, I'm undead. So, and I feel like a real bastard. I feel like a complete loser and a total shithead for just having fallen off the earth. I've had no communication with you and pretty much like nobody else, and I feel especially bad and especially guilty for those of you who support me on Patreon. I've not followed through with my promise of, you know, interacting and communication, and yeah, so basically I'm like losing sleep with guilt and feeling like an asshole. I think it's just that the way I deal with stress, maybe you're like this too, my way of dealing with stress is apparently just to sleep and just to kind of seize up. When there's just so much crushing your brain, your subconscious mind, even when you try and be like, oh, everything will be fine, that you want some kind of escapism. And I think, you know, a lot of people turn to drinking or drugs, which is terrible. When you've got so much to do that you can't sort of do any of it, you know, like when you're really depressed. I know it's an unfortunate fact that a lot of you experience depression, and it's shit that we're getting out of bed or having a wash is a colossal feat and something like an achievement. I don't know if I've so much been depressed as just kind of, I've been in this kind of bullshit vicious cycle of feeling bad for not doing anything and then not doing about it, so feeling more bad, and then continuing to not do anything and then continuing to feel bad about it. No excuse is good enough, and it's been absolutely ages since I've uploaded a video. Absolutely unforgivably ages, and I know a lot of you will say, no it's cool, you know, you put yourself first. It's not okay. Like, it's super not okay. It's really not good enough. I also know that a lot of you sort of depend on me for some happiness, which I think is very nice, and that, to me, that's like the real reason I want to keep doing YouTube, is because it's made so many people feel happy and confident and inspired, and I love that. I love, you know, being able to have some kind of positive effect. And for those of you who do, you know, watch me to feel a bit cheered up or a wee bit better, I'm really fucking sorry. I'm so sorry for just not uploading anything for weeks. It's not okay. Sorry to all of you. Sorry for being hopeless, sorry for being useless. I suppose I'll tell you what I have been doing. I did actually try to make a couple of videos, but they just totally failed. I'll tell you what I've been up to while I've been absent from the internet, and then I will tell you why I'm so stressed out. Again, for my supporters on Patreon, I'll make a second video explaining more things. I already had promised my patrons that I would give them more information on my personal life and stuff, and I haven't done that yet, so doom on me. Boo, I suck. But yeah, I'll tell you what I've been up to, and then why my life is falling out from under me. Okay, what I have been doing that's positive and constructive, and I know a lot of you are looking forward to, is my novel. I've been working on my novel pretty much dawn till dusk, and if I haven't been like physically writing it, I've been working on world building and character development and historical research so that everything's as accurate as possible. Tra la 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 la. It's an 18th century dark fantasy, so while it's a fantasy, I still want it to be as close to this particular part of the 18th century as it can be. I wanted to have it finished by the end of the year, but I realized that was a bit of an unrealistic goal, so it's now February and it's not finished, but it's nearly finished. There's sort of like one bit I'm stuck on, right? And I feel like once I figure out what goes in this one bit, the rest will just sort of smoothly follow, and it'll just be a matter of polishing it off, tra-la-la. So around the end of November, I came here to New Zealand. I came here to see Mr. Owl, and I came to see my family, to spend Christmas with them and stuff like that. And it's a jolly good thing I came here when I did, actually. I'll tell you why in a minute. I spent Christmas with my mum's family, you know, I just hung out with my mum in my hometown, played with the cat. I spent a few days, including New Year's Eve, hanging out with my dad in Central Otago. I did try to make a vlog of that. I wasn't very successful, but here you go, here's some of that experience. It was very nice and relaxing. I got ill, unfortunately. I got the flu. So I had a nice time in Central Otago. I used to work there, so I'm very familiar with the area, and it's awfully pleasant. You know, lovely big lake and mountains and orchards everywhere, and you know, you just can't move for relaxation. It's delightful. One of my aunts has a couple of properties there, so she was kind enough to let me stay in one of them, and I just spent time with my family. My New Year's Eve was very pleasant. I just spent it in the local pub with my dad. And you know, it's one of those pubs that's like a wee box in the middle of nowhere. I hope you had an enjoyable Christmas and New Year period and that your year's getting off to a good start so far. I tried to make a video, one that I wanted to do for bloody ages, and I thought that my hometown would be the best place to do it. I've always, because you know, I make a lot of videos, as you know, like showcasing and reviewing slightly like higher end fashion brands and stuff. And a lot of people say like, oh, I wish I could be a goth but I can't afford it. It's like, if that is who you are, then that is who you are. And you know, you don't have to buy fancy clothes. Like, you can just wear black, you can just wear anything and it can be black. Like, that's all I used to do. There was this one huge second-hand clothing store in my hometown, Dunedin, and that I used to get all my stuff from, all my clothes from, and I just customize them or whatever. I tried to make a video of making a nice outfit on a budget, like to spend less than 20 bucks on like a full outfit. It's totally doable. I did actually pick up a couple of nice dresses while I was there for like $7 each or something. But yeah, like, they told me off for filming. It happens all the time. You're not supposed to film in most shops, and most shops don't like it if you do, but I'm really more of the ask for forgiveness rather than permission or persuasion. So I just sort of go and start making my video, and if they tell me off, they tell me off. But yeah, so that was a real shame, because I really wanted to make that video for you. And especially because that was the place I got all my clothes from in the past. Like, a lot of the stuff I still wear all the time, the stuff that I got from Save Mart in Dunedin. Second-hand shops are where it's at. So I've tried to make vlogs, so I tried to make that video, and just, I had all these plans for videos, and nothing sort of, I've never managed to do anything, and I don't really know why, which is really stupid. I've just sort of seized up and been seemingly incapable of doing bloody anything, and my inbox is just screaming at me with like 800 unread emails, and everyone's like, where are you? Are you okay, monsieur? And I'm like, bye. I don't know how I can make it up to you. I'll find it. I'll think of some way. Maybe I should do a giveaway or something in the near future. Anyway, now I will explain to you why I'm so utterly stressed out. Like I said, it was a jolly good thing that I came to New Zealand when I did at the end of November, because 2 days after I arrived here, I got an email from the German immigration office telling me that they had sent me a letter in October, which they didn't, informing me that I had 30 days to leave the country and that they had cancelled my residence permit. They just suddenly cancelled my residence permit. But I had never received this letter. I swear, never got any letter. I would have noticed a letter coming from them. So 2 days after arriving here in New Zealand, I get an email from the German immigration office telling me that if I'm not already out of Germany, that they will be sending the police around to deport me. They had cancelled my residence permit with no warning. They didn't tell me, they just suddenly did it. And the reason for that is because they knew that Matthias and I had split up. Yeah, so that's shitty. So basically I'm in this weird limbo where I've got this flat in Germany full of furniture and my entire life with my 2 cats and my 2 birds, and I'm not allowed to live there anymore. Yeah, so it's a good thing I came here when I did. I was hoping like by now I would probably be flying back there, but no, I'm hanging out here for a bit longer, which is nice because I get to spend more time with Mr. Owl, and hanging out here in a kind of stasis, is that the word I want? A kind of static stage of like, oh yep, fuck. Apparently it should be okay for me to go back to Germany for up to 90 days in the capacity of a tourist. So yeah. And also, like, all the festivals and stuff are on this year, so I don't want to use up the 90 days in one go, or I won't be able to go back for anything else. And at the end of March, I'm going to be in America for a whopping great 2 days, I think. I will be at the Dark Side of the Con. That is a convention put on by VampireFreaks.com, if you're familiar with Vampire Freaks. It's been around for like forever. So if you're going to be at Dark Side of the Con, I will see you there. I'm giving a talk, I'm doing a panel, like a Q&A or whatever. I've never been to a convention before, so I'm pretty terrified. Hadn't heard of Dark Side of the Con. You should look it up, and it would be awesome to see lots of you there. And I could probably do with a hug. So yeah, I will be at Dark Side of the Con. So my plan, but I'm flying there from Germany, so I have to go back to Germany in March so that I can fly to the States and back. Clear out my apartment, tie up loose ends and try and sort my life out basically, and I really don't know what's going to happen after that. It's all kind of up in the air. That's what I mean, I'm in this weird limbo, and the last thing I should be doing is nothing. Like, it is the last thing I shouldn't be, like, you know, reading books. I've been reading so much, mostly like studying things. I've been reading about like political systems in ancient China, doing heaps of reading about writing so that I can, you know, write better, and just using, I suppose, my book and reading and sleeping as a kind of escapism, as a kind of like la 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 la, everything is fine. So yeah, the last thing I should be doing is nothing. I should have been uploading videos all this time. I've got 2 filmed actually, but I filmed one before I came here, a favourites video, so I'll chuck that up next. I just thought it would be very weird after this long break to just suddenly upload a couple of random videos. I thought, no, I have to explain myself first and fucking apologize. I am so sorry for letting you down and being inconsistent, unreliable. I really suck. I'm so sorry. I'm bloody hopeless. I'm just a hopeless person, and I apologize. I really, really do. I don't want to let you down. So I've got a favourites, and I've got another fashion video prepared, and then I've got another one to do that's going to be quite a lot of fun. So it's like I've got stuff to do and I've got things filmed, but I wanted to, you know, do this one first. So we'll try and carry on as before. I don't really know what's going to be in the future. I don't know where I'm going to live, where I'm allowed to live, what the fuck I'm going to do. I really, yeah, I don't know. But I'm going to try and be a bit better and not try and solve problems by hiding from them, which is what idiots do. Maybe we should walk across the beach for a wee bit. I think that'd be nice. And I'm walking on the beach! I hope the water sound isn't too loud or whatever. I did do one very useful thing for you though, something that I've been meaning to do for bloody ages, or should I say get around to. A few years ago, you might remember, on my website I made like a list of a bunch of goth bands I thought might be nice for you to listen to, just, you know, as a kind of gateway drug to sort of learn what the genre sounds like and tra-la-la. I've been meaning to update that for a long time, so I finally did it. And I've started using Spotify about time, right? And I'm like, Spotify is amazing. So I've made this list of about 150 bands that I think you'll like. I know it's probably not a exhaustive or comprehensive list, but at least it's a good starting point. So I'll link that below if you like. My footprints that I'm leaving in the sand look weirdly like hooves. People are going to think the devil walked down here. Anyway, the other thing I've been doing is going for lots and lots and lots of walks. Because I always think that a walk is a good way to clear out your head. And I've been walking here a lot, and since it's such a nice place, I thought this would be a nice place to bring you. I'm just so sorry for letting you down, and it's not just you guys. I've let down a lot of the companies that I've worked with, a lot of the fashion brands and indie brands and businesses and things that I've just totally let people the fuck down, and I hate doing that. It makes me feel like, I just feel like this sort of sick, deep guilt, and I feel like no amount of apologising really makes it better. I'm just so behind in all the things that I wanted to do, that I've said that I'll do, and I've let down a lot of like the companies and shops and businesses that I work with. You know, like I do, you might have noticed I do like a lot of like free promotion on here for businesses that I think deserve it. Things just get on top of you sometimes, you know? There's so much that you've got to do and that you should do, and then you don't do it, so you feel guilty about it, and then you kind of seize up, continue not doing it, and then feel more guilty about it, and then those things gradually pile up and pile up and pile up, and you're like, ah, and this kind of perpetual internal scream. It's really dumb. The only way to sort of solve those problems is to do things, is to do the thing. So I say that because I've been up to fuck all. I haven't worn much makeup lately or done my hair much lately, and I let my eyebrows grow back. I actually just shaved them off today, but I let them grow completely back, and I haven't done that for like a decade. It made like no difference because they are actually just clear. They're like so white blonde, they're just translucent. Whether they're there or not, I still look like a friggin' alien without makeup on. It still looks like I don't have any eyebrows, even if they're thick and solidly there. My skin's been very thankful for not putting on so much makeup. Oh, this bloody camera. I need a new camera. Hopefully your lives are going better than mine, that the world isn't falling out from underneath you like a wet cake, and that you know, stability. That's what I want. Some stability. hopefully something works out and stability is achieved. Don't worry about my pets, they are well looked after. A friend of mine who's something of an expert on parakeets is looking after my budgies, which is very kind of her. And my cats are in a cattery that is, it's on a farm and it's run by a vet. So they are very well looked after, and apparently they have a view of sheep and geese and stuff while they're there. So I'll get up those other videos, the ones I already filmed, and I'll carry on to the best of my ability and not take great big hiatuses anymore, because it's not, people are like, oh, you're on holiday. I'm like, I'm not on holiday. I'm just in a different place. I should still be doing things. Thank you for being with me, thank you for sticking with me. I have missed you so much, and I'm sorry if you've missed me too. I don't want you to feel like I've abandoned you. I haven't, I'm still here. I'm just going through a bit of a thing. So we'll see what happens. Watch this space, it'll be interesting. Like, for those of you who actually are interested in my life and not just like the goth stuff or whatever I talk about. Like I said, I'll be doing an extra video for Patreon. I've got other stuff going on which I will explain to those people, and just like I said, massive thank you to those people. You're too good to me. I don't deserve you, really. So yeah, I'm not dead, I'm not pregnant. I've just been kind of reconnecting with the things that I love, that make me happy, working on my novel a lot, and despairing endlessly. I'm in New Zealand and I'm not allowed to live in Germany anymore, even though that's where my life is. So I'm just like trying to be like, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. There's no real need to worry, but there sorta is. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up now and quit whinging about my life, and hope that your life is going well, and that you are well, and that everything is dandy and lovely, and that many nice sunny days come your way. Thank you for sticking with me, thank you for being family, so much love to all of you, and I'm just so fucking sorry for not uploading for weeks, or like even posting on Instagram or anything, or tweeting. I just fell off the planet, seized up, fell asleep, panicked. Life. So, as always, take care of yourselves, be nice to each other, and I will see you next time, and it will be soon. Not 6 weeks from now. Okay, see you. Bye!